Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You.
It's hard to look left or right in our region without seeing some product of a graduate of the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, from corporate symbols and signage to advertising and packaging. And that's just the graphic design part of the school's alumni. The Art Institute is also working to make post-secondary education more affordable by freezing tuition through next year and even cutting the cost of an associate's degree. George Sebolt is president of the Art Institute of Pittsburgh. Dana Melvin is Director of Career Services, and Antonio Mercuri is Manager of Creative Services at Eaton Park Hospitality Group and a 2010 BS Graphic Design AIP graduate. Welcome. Good to have you all here.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Thank you.
Yeah, big focus today on the needs in our region for a heck of a lot more emphasis on workforce development. The Art Institute's been at it for quite a while here.
Oh, it has been. Bill, first of all, thank you very much for letting us be on the program today and talk a little bit more about the college. But the Art Institute of Pittsburgh has been in existence since 1921. The school was founded by a local artist by the name of Willis Shook, who is a Swickley, Pennsylvania resident, and opened doors which in a building today, which is the current Renaissance building. Back several years ago, we're currently located and moved to the Boulevard of the Allies. So we're across from the Oxford Towers. Many of your viewers may know where the college is. We have a large T-Rex dinosaur at the front of the building.
I always look to see how the T-Rex is dressed. He always seems to be dressed appropriately for whatever the occasion is. So how many students have you had over all those years? How many graduates?
Oh my gosh, we have clearly over 65,000 graduates in the area and the surrounding United States.
Okay, so when I say how ubiquitous they are and their involvement in so many things, it's true. I know it was a few years ago the Art Institute really tried to set out, but given all the concerns about the cost of post-secondary education, do something about it, right?
Yeah, Bill, student affordability has always been a large concern for the higher ed industry, particularly us at the Art Institutes have had a major focus on it. But what really happened and hit home is when the recession hit in 2008, we were finding that many families were struggling to, even more so, to afford a college degree. So we made a conscious decision back in 2010 to really focus in on and hold our cost level and actually try to reduce cost in some cases of many of our programs. So for the last several years, we have not had a tuition raise, and in fact, we have even reduced tuition of some of our programs by up to 15%.
Wow.
And on top of that, we've made a pledge that we will not raise tuition at the college at the very earliest until 2015. So we're going to be going for a period of almost 5 years now with no increase in tuition, and in many cases a decrease for the cost of the student. Pretty
remarkable. You know, the concern, as you know, about the high cost of college is all the debt students are graduating with, and then can they get a job? So how about it? And the stuff you're training people for, can they get a job? Is there demand out there these days?
Absolutely, there is demand. The Career Services Department makes a concerted effort to really take a proactive approach to assisting our graduates in finding employment in their field of study within the first 6 months after graduation. So our focus is really typically around 8 out of every 10 of our graduates find employment in their field of study
within that time period.
Within that first 6 months after graduating. Okay. And then we will continue to work with them beyond that. But we do have an entire department at the college that is dedicated to doing nothing but personalized job searches for all of our graduates.
Well, that's pretty remarkable. Antonio, you've been through it not all that long ago.
Yeah, it hasn't been too long ago.
Yeah. And clearly you found a job, so it worked out for you, right?
Yeah. Career Service actually placed me in a paid internship with Eaton Park Hospitality Group. And after I graduated from the Art Institute, I was welcomed to the team as a full-time designer there.
And you're enjoying it? Yeah, what kind of stuff are you working on?
So we work on everything from print to digital, so signage, logos, menus, websites, like the visual components of marketing. It's a lot of fun.
It is fun. And you mentioned the internships. Really, I would think these partnerships with businesses that are willing to take internships is critically important.
Oh, absolutely. We really do a lot of employer outreach because we want to partner with employers in the region to find out what exactly it is that they're looking for and how we can partner them with qualified candidates that meet their needs. And through an internship program where they're able to test the candidates out and the candidates get some really good experience, so that way, you know, at times they'll consider hiring them on full time, and at least they have the experience under their belt at that point.
Wow, very good. Great to see it happening. As we heard at the beginning of the program today, the vast majority of jobs in our region demand some training beyond high school, but not a four-year degree, so you all are clearly filling a need. George Sebolt, Dana Melvin from the Art Institute, and alumnus Antonio Mercuri, now with Eaton Park. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a minute with little dollars and cents. Stay with us.